What's the word, fam? We back. Listen, y'all, I've been feeling really in my power. I've been tapping into myself recently, giving myself the space, time I needed, and just really reconnecting with who I am and what my goals are. You understand? Especially because, going into this new year, we are going to change. Like, we will not be the same as we were today. Like, moving forward 1 year from now, you will not be anything probably like you are now, whether that be like physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever. We were bound to change and grow, and that's beautiful because like we got the saying around here, we don't ever change unless it's for the better. Then that's okay, you know. And like I think it's really interesting. Like just look at like 1 year ago, like 1 year from now, where you were at into where you are now. Think about how much you've changed and you've grown, right? So one thing I want to talk about is like as we change and grow, a lot of people in our lives probably are going to feel some type of way about it, or just like it may be like a little like new to them, the way that we are changing, the way that we are growing and developing. And I think that's something that is important for us to acknowledge, because ultimately we shouldn't let how other people feel about us affect us, right? I know sometimes it's hard, but like especially when it's like your inner circle, if you grow and evolve, sometimes like I personally have definitely grown and evolved from certain friends, certain relationships, certain people in my life. And sometimes you just can't take the people with you. You understand? Like sometimes people won't grow with you, and that's fine, because at the end of the day, if they're not going to accept you for who you are and who you're becoming, then they probably don't even deserve to be in your tribe regardless. You understand? um and like as we come into this, as we go along with this new year, I think it's important for us to like stand in our power and really just tap into ourselves and the strength that we have within, you know. And if people, feel some type of way about us standing in our power, that's their own problem, you know. Like that's their own prerogative if they feel some type of way, but you shouldn't dim your light. You understand? So I think it's important, as we stand in our power, to look forward and really embrace the change and embrace the path ahead. Like for me personally, I don't want to be put in a box. And there are some people who probably look at me and, try to put me in a box, whether that be like people I know, people from my past, just random people in the supermarket as I'm walking trying to buy like food or whatever, right? There are gonna be people out there who are gonna try to put you in a box. But the thing is, you don't exist within that box, you understand? You don't exist within a box. You're limitless, you're boundless. And the only way you can really exist inside that box is if you let yourself, right? If you let what they say, what they think, if you let yourself become that, if you put yourself into that. But you just gotta understand that that's not what you are. That's not who you are. You are limitless. You are boundless, right? And speaking of like being in our power, I think it's so important to allow ourselves to be more free, more creative, allow us to experience new things and just embrace new aspects of ourselves that we may have never discovered or explored before, right? Like for me personally, I think I always felt like I had to express myself in a specific way. And like for a long time, I had been creating art on the side, or creating things in my own personal space. And I think that it's really important to just allow yourself and give yourself the freedom to express regardless, right? Like recently I've been journaling, taking down my thoughts and just reflecting on my life, and actually, putting the pen to the paper and just giving it some real time and real thought. And I think the reason why I couldn't really journal before in the past is because I always felt like, maybe someone's gonna read this, maybe someone's gonna, what if someone reads this, I felt like almost like pressure to write in a certain way. Like if someone reads this and they pick this up and then, they see me writing like about these type of things or that type of thing, it might be like, there might be consequences or whatever, which is like, first of all, no one's gonna read your journal. But second of all, who cares what anyone else thinks? You understand? Your self-expression is so beautiful and so powerful, and you should not let anyone diminish the beauty of that. You understand? If they cannot understand, if they cannot comprehend the beauty of your mind, your ideas, and your process, that's okay. Because here's the thing, anything ever that is revolutionary, or anything ever that has ever been made, ever, that is creative or whatever, there's gonna be haters. There's gonna be people who don't understand it at first, right? And at the end of the day, you are unique. There is no one else who is you. You are the only you. You understand? So no one else can be you, right? And I think that's so important just to understand, like, you are unique. You are one of a kind, and no one else can be you. All right, and you can't be anyone else. You may have inspirations, but you'll never be able to be someone else. You can only be yourself. And who you are is always constantly changing and evolving. So the only person you can be is the future version of yourself. You understand? It sounds obvious, but like I just wanted to break that down, I guess. Um Also, like, I think it's really important to like we a lot of times we as people have like people we idolize, or people like we look to for like creativity, like we take inspiration from people creatively. Like, for instance, there's a lot of artists that I really appreciate, and I love their work and I love who they are as people, and I admire it, but I would never want to be them. You understand? Like, I would never want to be someone else. And I would never want someone else to look to me and be me, you know? Just because, like, I appreciate the divinity and the whole, like, the purity and just the beauty of who I am as a person. I want everyone else to like be able to experience that and look at themselves in that way, and just really be able to tap into that, because at the end of the day, we are beautiful. We are strong. And like always, this is not me just saying this, for some reason. I think part of the reason why I want to talk about this is because moving forward with this channel, there are some like new ideas that I want to bring in, some new things I want to integrate to these videos. And that doesn't mean that, this space or this environment or these type of videos are going to go away. I love talking to the camera. I love talking to people. But also, I'm growing and evolving, and I want to take y'all with me. You understand? Anyways, I appreciate y'all for just sticking through with me. Check the links in the below. Check out my socials, my business, my brand, whatever. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I wish y'all the best, and I'll catch y'all later. Bless up, fam.